Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com, back to share a really fun magic changing card with you using some of my favorite stamps and dies from MISTI stamps. I pulled out a bunch of my favorite Wonderland stamps here. I've got Painting the Roses, I've got the Queen of Hearts, and then I've got this one with the flamingos, thinking that I might use some of those other cards that are in the shape of a croquet hoop. But what I ended up using was the Painting the Roses and one of my favorite stencils. And I've cut them out, cut out a couple of panels. This first one right here is an A2 size, 4¼ by 5½. And then I cut one of the smaller rectangles out of regular cardstock and that embossable window plastic out of that same size of rectangle die. Now I've got this Alice background stencil set, one of my very favorites. I use this a really lot. I love it, and there's lots of different ways you can use this. I left this portion in because I started thinking I was going to do red and black or red and gray, and then I changed my mind at the end. But I'm leaving this in so you can see some of the different ways you can use these stencils. I'm just going to use the first layer here with the diamonds, and I'm going to use some black soot on that and just put a light layer of that ink on there. Then I'm going to use this second one, and you can do this either in between those diamonds or you can do this right on top of the diamonds. That's one thing I love about this stencil set. And now I'm going in with some red, and I've got lumberjack plaid here, and I left the middle blank. You can see that middle is blank because I knew I was going to put that magic changing, the color changing panel on top in the middle. So I wanted to make sure that I left that without some of the glitter on it. So I just cut the same size of rectangle with some copy paper, just this regular, really thin copy paper. And now I've got some Astro paste, and this is the first time I've used Astro paste ever, and I got it in red and green so I would have it for the holidays, and I have fallen in love. When you first put this on, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look glittery very much, but when it dries, wow. So you can see I'm just putting on a light layer over the hearts, and I did this over the red diamonds. And you'll see, I almost wish I would have done the hearts on a different section because it just kind of competes with the red diamonds. But look at that. This is what it looks like before it dries. And then once it dries, you'll see that it is really, really awesome. So I'm going to set that aside to dry and start working on the color changing magic portion of this card. I've cut this rectangle just perfectly to fit these rose bushes right here. And the size of it is about 3¾ inches by 2½ inches, which is about perfect for this. I used nesting rectangle dies from my stash, and I'm going to recommend if you want to try this, use some nesting rectangle dies, and you'll see why, because we are going to create a frame later on. So this worked out perfectly for me, but use one that is about the size of the stamp that you want to do this for. So I stamped it with some Memento Tuxedo black ink on the cardstock panel, and now I'm going to take the embossable window plastic, and I'm going to use some of this anti-static powder tool all over that because I want to emboss some gold over this. So I'm using VersaMark. Now this would look pretty also with silver. It would also be beautiful stamped with a StazOn black ink, so it's black on black, and I think any of these would be beautiful. Today I felt like going with the gold, so I'm going for the gold here. And so I'll take that piece once I have it stamped. Now this is kind of tricky to see on video, but I'm going to pour the gold right over the top, and it will stick only to the VersaMark ink. Now this embossable window plastic is just like acetate. It has a higher heat resistance to it. So when you are melting that embossing powder, you want to make sure to move your tool around quite a bit. There are a lot of acetates now out there on the market that you can emboss as long as you keep your tool moving. So if you have some, that you can use that as well. This is the one that I had and I love it. I've had it for a while. And now I'll just clean off the rest of that powder that's on there, and you'll see that these are going to match up perfectly because we stamped them in the MISTI. So it's stamped in the same spot on both the cardstock and the window plastic. Now I'm just going to color this up, and I'm going to do this very quickly. I love coloring these with different shades of green and a couple different shades of red as well. So to do this very quickly, I just go around most of the middle with kind of a mid-tone green, and then I blend that out with a lighter green around the edges of the leaves. So here's the lighter color here. And then I'm going to use a darker green on the leaves of the roses and then blend those out as well. So that just gives it a variation in color, just really simple and really fast to do. Just like this. And then I'll go in with a dark shade of red on the center of the roses and then blend that out to a lighter shade around the edges. Just some simple coloring. So I'll finish that up, and then I colored the sky with some Copics as well, leaving a few clouds in there, some streaky clouds, and you can see that these are going to line up perfectly. So what we're going to do now is take some foam. This is some foam tape, and it's really thin foam tape strips. And I will put that around 3 sides of this image. So we're going to do it around the bottom, the top, and the left side, because I want the pull tab to come out from the right. So you can see I'm putting the foam just around the 3 sides here. Just want to make sure I've got that covered really well. And then I want to cut another panel to fit right inside that foam. So I started out cutting this cardstock with the same size of die that I used for the background. And then I'm just going to mark where these should be cut down so that it'll fit inside of there. This is part of the magic. So I want to do this in white because I want the roses to start out white. And then when you pull that magic, when you pull this panel out, then it'll reveal the colored red roses. So that is exactly why I'm doing it like this. And I'm going to cut down a second panel as well. That's the same size, so it'll make this nice and sturdy. See that? And we will be putting those together in just a minute. But first, I want to stamp one of these extra strips here with a pull tab so they know to pull this out. So I've got a stamp here that says pull here. I'm going to stamp that in red, and then I'm going to glue that on one of these panels. Just like this. And then I'll glue the other panel right over the top to kind of hide the cut piece there. So it's going to look nice and clean. So this is the panel that's going to go on the inside. And now we can put the gold piece over the top. So I'm going to remove those backer pieces, line this up as best I can. You want to try to make it exactly the same as the background. And they should line up pretty easily because they are cut to the same size. So I'm just going to lay that right over the top of that foam tape. Fix that right there, and then this will slide right inside. So see, it's going to start out white, and then when you pull it out, you can see the colored roses. So see, we're painting the roses red. Now to finish this off, I want to cut a frame to go around the top edge so you're not going to see that foam tape. So I'm taking 2 of this nesting rectangle die, and I'm cutting it out of black, and that's going to be our frame for right over the top. I'll just glue that right over the foam using some liquid adhesive. Just like this. And to make the acetate stick, I'm just going to use my tweezers to get that to stick up onto the frame and let that dry. Now I've already colored some of these pieces here. I've colored a couple of these cards, some of the paint and buckets and some paint brushes, and that little wagon full of roses and a couple of roses as well. And I'm going to use the coordinating dies to cut all of these out and run it through my die cut machine. So we'll have all those pieces. Now here's that first piece that we did with the Astro paste. It is so beautiful, but like I said, it's disappearing just a little bit with those diamonds, red diamonds behind it. So I decided to change this up a little bit. We're going to go for green. This will help those cards to stand out a little bit more that I've colored. So I'm starting with some light green. This is Evergreen Bough. And then I'm going to take the next one and put it right over that green, and then use some darker green over the top. This is the Rustic Wilderness color, and so you're going to have a darker diamond right over the top of those lighter green diamonds. So I did have to move the stencil over just a little bit to get this look, but like I said, you can use these stencils in a variety of ways. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the hearts over the white portion, the open portion of the diamonds. So these are going to show up even better with that glitter. So there we go. And I have this all held down on my grip mat, by the way. That's going to hold that stencil on there and the paper too. I like doing it this way, but make sure you clean all your tools right away. So now everything has dried and it's all ready to be put together, and there's our magic color changing piece. And I realized that this could have worked really well on a 5x7 card as well, but I really liked having the pull tab go off the right edge of the card so it's easier to pull. If you don't have it go off the right edge of the card, then you're definitely going to want to raise up this panel with some foam tape. But since I had that off the side and this was already raised up with foam, I wanted the pull tab to go off the right edge. And that way both of my card images here, these little guys, will fit. So I've used some foam tape on the left side of the image, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue on that frame to help these to stick right there. So there's the liquid adhesive. And that's what's going to stick these right down, just like this. I did have to use a double layer of foam on the left-hand side. And I've already cut out painting the roses red from this stamp set. I colored it, or I stamped it in red, then I matted that with a frame of black, and then I matted that again with gold. So bringing the gold and the black all together here. Then I'm going to add the little paint cans to the right corner of the frame, and these two little roses right here to the top right hand corner of the frame, just like that. Straighten everything up just a little bit. There we go. And then I can add this to our card base. So the card base is nice and thick. It's 100-pound cardstock. And so that's going to hold this really nicely, just like this. There we go. Look at that. And there, let me show you the finished result. So we've got the roses and everything starting out white. And I decided I needed a little more foam to support this guy's feet down here. So I'm going to add another layer of foam using my tweezers to make sure to get that in the right spot, just like that. There we go. Now we're ready to test this out. Look at this card. Everything's starting out white. Then you pull out that panel and everything's colored and the roses are magically red. Now you can pull this whole panel out if you want to. And I thought that it would be prettier with that pulled all the way out just to show this on display. But for sending it, I'm going to include that on the inside. Then you can just pull that out and you can see the red roses. I love a magic color changing card like this. It's really simple to create when you create a little panel this way. And I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I've linked everything below in the description so you can take a look at all the products. I've also listed some alternative embossable plastic options for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with more cards to share. Until then, happy crafting. Bye-bye.